EZA Teq Kale and Cauliflower are unstoppable, but how should you build their hidden potential? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the brand new EZA at the tail end of this year's Golden Week campaign. The Teq Kale and Cauliflower who transform into Kefla, and trying to figure out what is the best hidden potential. These guys got a lot going on for them, and it's time we figure out how to build them. So let's go ahead, let's hop on in, let's take a look at the unit. So they are a bond of friendship or rapid growth, category key 3 HP attack and defense 170%, although you're not typically running them for that lead. They are now, upon EZA, greatly stacking attack and defense while causing immense damage to the enemy. Their basic effect is so standard, so simple, yet so effective. They get attack and defense 200%, launches an additional attack with a 50% chance to become a super attack, and a 50% chance to evade enemies' attack. For 4 turns from their entry turn, they get 20% evasion, and for every attack performed, they get attack and defense 40%, up to 160%. So 4 attacks and they'll be fully built up. When there's another Universal Survival Saga ally or attacking in the same turn, or a Universal Survival Saga enemy, they get attack 60% when attacking and launches an additional super attack. Every time the character performs 3 or more attacks in battle, they have a chance of evading enemies' attack 20% within the next attacking turn. So they begin at 50, for 4 turns they have 70, and during those 4 turns they have up to 2 turns where they can have 90%. After that, their following turns will all have 70% on a usual 50%. Now that seems kind of like, oh well, they're going to be dodge or die. But no, the combination of this multiplicative buff for every attack performed with the greatly raising means that, like, by turn 2, their second appearance, they're already at 1.7 million defense. By turn 2, they're hitting over 3 mil. Turn 4 and beyond, right? It's just getting more and more powerful, right? So the realistic thing is it's honestly not that bad. There's some few supers that can catch them early on, but that's what you got this 90% chance to dodge for. Now, their active skill can be activated from the 6th turn from the start of battle, and it transforms into Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla is now greatly stacking attack infinitely, raising defense for the turn, and causing ultimate damage. She is getting 60% recovery once she transforms, and gives herself attack and defense 200%. She has 2 guaranteed additional super attacks and a 70% flat chance of evading enemies' attack. She randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to tech key spheres, and when attacking she gets an additional 200% attack, while when receiving an attack an additional 200% defense. For the key changing, it actually helps her out because she gets tournament participants' allies attack 30% and an additional 30% for Universe 6 allies when attacking, as long as you get 6 or more key spheres. So the key spheres really do help her. All in all, she's pretty great, right? Now, Kefla does lose that multiplicative buff when she transforms, so her defense can drop, but that'll be more than made up for it, right, in those longer events. Like, she'll still have enough defense that 70% chance to dodge is still going to be livable in most cases, and of course, she will continue to stack attack beyond what she had before. So this begs the question, right, with all of this going on, the attack stacking, the defense stacking, what is her best hidden potential? Well, as a tech type unit, we can see here on the Dokkan wiki, shout out to them, right, that as a tech type, she has natural critical hits, meaning if you fully invested critical hits for her, you could get 20 nodes, which is a 40% chance to land a critical hit. If you hit her the correct skill orbs, you can get it up to 30%, which is an additional 60% chance to launch a critical hit. So honestly, that is actually the way to go. My best recommendation for her hidden potential is actually critical hit, and that is because, as you noticed in her passive, especially in the Kefla, where the damage becomes necessary, she does not have any critical hit. So you do actually want to lean heavy into the critical hit. I would honestly recommend at At a minimum, a balanced build. At the most, a full crit build for her. She's got enough additional attacks, 2 guaranteed, which means 3 off of her small hidden potential chances she's going to get. But she's going to need the crit. All the attack stacking in the world will not help her, especially if at the Festival of Battles, if she does not crit. So giving yourself a flat 60% chance to crit is going to be really helpful. Remember that there are allies within many of her teams that give critical hit chance up, so that would help her out, closing the gap in the rest of that critical hit. I do not really think she needs dodge. Both of her forms have 70% chances to dodge. Kefla flat 70%, while Kale and Cauliflower are reliant on those 3 attacks that they do. It's not really necessary. 70% is more than fine for them. The additional dodge really not going to be helpful. You're going to get more out of the additional supers. Even at 10, that's an additional 20%. Again, you could go for a balanced build with her. It means you will be critting less often, but you might be hitting additional supers more often than you would on a 10 build. But I do think that this is the recommended way to go. With her skill orbs, as much as you can into critical hit and additionals if you've got it. If you've got any defense skill orbs for her bronze, I do recommend that. That will help her increase her overall defense per turn. So any defense orbs you can get, that would be recommended for the bronze. Silver, you could probably go with a defense orb as long as your gold is a level 5 crit. That would put you at 25, which is a 50% chance to crit, which will still be pretty good. So there's really no other option for her, right? If you don't give her the critical hit, she's not going to be dealing damage to these major bosses, right? Especially when, you know, you've got a major phase in one of the fights where she has type disadvantage. The Future Trunks fight and the Int Jiren phase, as well as the Vegeta fight, the Blue Vegeta fight, all have int phases that are going to struggle. The final phase, the Daima phase of the Festival of Battles, int Daima Goku, she's going to have trouble there if she can't crit on Daima Goku and Glorio. So having critical hit is going to be what's best for her. So guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, tell us how would you build EZA Teq Kefla's hidden potential. I believe crit is the right way to go in this instance. She doesn't need the extra dodge, but I'm curious to know what you guys think for her build in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.